Let me know if you can hear me. My battery going dead, so I don't know. I don't know if people interested in lives that are not fueled with concepts that don't serve you. However, if you can hear me, I just wanted to tell you something very important, and that I wanted to tell you that I have this human experience, me and you, if you identify with what I'm saying, where I have figured out the quandary. I figured out what is the discrepancy, and I wrote a book about it with my notes that I took from 20 years ago, and I figured out that, and I want you to record this, please. I want you to record this as a testament that this is something that people of color, people, whatever that means to you, had a dialogue in the modern era that we were not speaking let me say this right. You wasn't speaking strong and wrong. Speaking strong and wrong about religion without knowing that your mind relativity, nigga, the relativity of your mind is the most important apparatus you offer to the world. And you sat up and you fed into the myths. You fed all into the myths. You fed all into the myths. Into all of them. Every last one of them, too. You fed into the myths, and you sat out there and you tried to, in front of everybody, you tried to justify all the myths without seeing that the religious world is suffering right now. Everywhere religion is, people are suffering. In fact, they spare no expense. They don't care. Religious people would fight in front of you and allow all type of calamities and human experiences to happen to innocent people born under the tyranny of religion, kids and everything, women, children, all the things you feel is sacred. Religion will forsake all of that and have a fight in front of humans, knowing that all humans, and this is to you people, you and I, the fathers and mothers of civilization, are sitting here watching the world fight over myths about mistranslated narratives that we created. That's interesting. That's interesting. What's more interesting, though, is the fact that I had already resolved the quandary, but the African American is just not there yet. They just not there. There are things more important to them than resolving the quandary religiously, that all three of the religions that you hold sacred and that you say that you made up and you did this and you did that, you cannot tell me how you made up none of these religions. Me and my students can tell you how you did it. You did it through the extension of the Kushite Empire that extended all the way through uh, Eastern Ethiopia, all through the Indus Kush, that's what you call it, valley, all the way to Mesopotamia, and you brought Central African and West African science to the world based off of binary function and divination factors and a acknowledgement of the stars. And this is why I always point out my teachers, Oba, Ra'aku, in the contemporary era, the ones that you call them now and save your entire life, Oba and Ra'aku, with knowledge that pertains directly and specifically to you. Not knowledge that's not y'all don't even know what knowledge means, literally, for real. If you did, you would know. My students know what knowledge means. It's a third party act coming from someone with an initiated mind who can tell you about something you don't know. That's true knowledge. Everything else is facts, and facts can be, people agree on lies every day and call it facts and feel comfortable at night when they go to sleep. But the illest narrative ever is that, for me, is that in my lifetime, oh man, the experiences that I have had is amazing. And that I was forged with great intentions. And that my greatest offering ever to humans is my website. That's myson.com. That's my sun.com. That's myson.com. I actually am affording the I'm call me while we was talking. I don't know if you can hear me. This shit is crazy. Every time you trying to come up, boy. Can you hear me? Damn. Can you hear me? Somebody tell me if you can hear me. Because when people call you while you're on a live, it cuts the wisdom that you can receive. Please tell me you can hear me. Okay, good. So now, I'm saying all this to say that do not be afraid to be intelligent. My phone dying. I want to wrap this up. Do not be afraid of being intelligent, and not afraid to don't engage with people with religious context, bro. Brothers and sisters, stop doing that at work and stop speaking like this in front of squares. This is our dialogue for the future dialogue. Promise you. Yeah? The whole religious world is based off of mistranslating your Akkadian and Sumerian contribution to the world through the Kushite Empire in Mesopotamia and the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. This is what people of Nile Valley civilization do. They go and create civilizations around bodies of water. So, saying all of that, I promise you, everything the world is going through is as a result of them saying that you and your blackness is cursed. Just to justify your God's existence, you have to say black people is cursed, and thus the carboniferous intelligence inherent in melanin is the thing that's cursing the religious world. And like little kids, and we all teachers, the religious world and all the religious-minded people are kindergarten students, and you and I have to sit up and stop them from fighting before their parents come pick them up. You heard? Literally. Children, small kids, arguing about invisible deities. That's mistranslated. All of this hoopla, all of this stuff we've created to justify mistranslation. Everybody is deep. The Tetragrammaton. Oh, God, the Tetragrammaton is supposed to be the deepest shit ever happened to you niggas. Are you niggas actually crazy? With these mistranslated uses of language from an older contextual framework which has been fossilized in its narrative. So everybody talk about religion or donning the religious outlook of what you think is going to pass over into some type of Afrocentric nationalism that you're stirring up and creating. You are speaking the narrative and the language given to you by your captors, and the ones that are most volatile, they give you so they can localize you and create these four-sided little small little spaces for you to occupy, and you sit up there with all of the other disenfranchised, literally running your mouth, complaining and talking about all of this shit that's happening external to you, and everything external to you is connected to what's going on with the religious world, which is all suffering because they say that you're cursed from a mistranslation. And we all say humanity, oh, we are the world. We always hear to embark upon the task of keeping everybody unified. Let's be unified. Unity in the humanity. It's impossible with religion. A mistranslated text, flying serpents, talking donkeys, unlearned the unlearned prophets and their companions opening up the Red Sea to allow people to walk. Shut up. And then I'm like this. We are so duped into so where's God's miracles now? So God must have stopped doing miracles right before slavery. Huh? Yeah? So I'm like this. I did all this study and all that. I'm not about to be sending you no memes. I'm not about to be sharing memes. I don't care about celebrities. I don't care about monkey shit in the ghetto neither. You heard? Niggas making their whole life predicated on you up there breaking fights up in the ghetto. You heard? And yet have you taken your acumen and your science to actually create what is required, which is a compendium and a whole system of valuation showing all of our contributions. But a lot of dudes don't even have actual contributions. Nothing literary. You heard? And everything is in strife. You speaking after the fact. Speaking after the offenses of your oppressor. And then arguing amongst yourselves. So where's the pilgrims sit up and have events, and they bring all the pilgrim teachers, and they all sit up and they have a big convention, and they sell all of the trinkets that all of our our predecessors been laid out for people. And then meanwhile you more concerned about celebrities, literally. But that will not affect me. Just because you're not hip, it's not going to affect me negatively. I promise you. Because, as you can see, if you got eyes, I've been figured out that y'all, whoever y'all think y'all is, you really don't care about what we talking about. You care more about waking up and finding something negative about somebody that look like you to change the trajectory of care about you in the offensive mindset that you are under the impression that somebody, and this is the power of the ego. You are under the impression that we are all interested in your personal life. I could not have written all them books giving a fuck about none of that stupid shit you be thinking about. So, and I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to them who's like on the periphery. Imagine us worrying about the shit that they think about. What would we have to offer the world? Literally. Yeah, so, yeah, you throwing the word culture around and all of this stuff and all that. And meanwhile, all of y'all is religious at the end of the day, dominated by dogma. Dominated by dogma. My book is only $133. The Binah book, the only book in the whole world dedicated to exaltation of the mind of the reader to understand the role of deity in the physical world, in the cloak of darkness, and the fact that the entire mother of the planet is your mama. Literally. And you sitting up worrying and waiting for for a sacrificed dude to come back and give you more intel and love and respect and value than your own mother, which is the only actual deity construct you actually have. The only thing sustains you is your mama, and she is in the narrative, but you don't study Kabbalah. Because you think Kabbalah got something to do with some other people that you think is greater than you and got more than you. Oh, they tapped into the financial system, and that's not my science and all. So we teach an orientation of what it's called locality. What is Southpaw? Southpaw is what? When you lead with your right. But what does it indicate to you? My students would tell you, to find God, you got to find east, west, north, and south. And if you ain't got the news, then whatever. If you ain't got the news, you definitely not going to get the other points of declination. You're not going to get the 8-pointed narrative. You will never understand Ishtar. You never understand 8 points of direction. You never truly understand the narrative overlying the whole motif, the rubric. Your thirsty mind needs to be on the resuscitating let me see, hold up. Glasses at. Let me go on to the top. That's what it said. You need the resuscitating. What resuscitates all of you? What's the thing that you tap into when you sad? What's the thing you blame when you mad? What's the thing that scares you the most? What's the thing that gave you the most? And if you find this out and figure it out, then you find out why you acting like that. Why you acting like you? Why you acting you? Not y'all, you. Why you acting like that shit you talk about is important to people of color? Their yoke is in religion, and nobody has taken the yoke off of them, except for me. I'm telling you that the Bible, y'all complaining about and talking about and all this, you're not in there, dude, the way you think you is. You ain't. The thing in there is the thing that scare y'all the most. And that's really Africa. You niggas are scared of West Africa and the Congo. You love you some Egypt because you could barely understand anything from there. And then my big homie told me something ill. Egypt is a satellite society of America. And this is where they really fleeced you and took all your history away from you. You over here playing in the Americas with all this voice. You Americans could do everything y'all want to do. Anytime you feel like it. You could do all type of weird, crazy ass shit. And anytime you feel like it. But the one thing you won't do is acknowledge the true African spirituality, which deals with divination and your role in the narrative, in the quantum physics of your behavior. And what did you bring to the rubric of the cosmos? What did you offer? Besides a meme and a shit. You shared a meme, talk about some shit about some lost slave that got caught up in a web of confusion. And calling yourself a teacher. And meanwhile, you ain't never composed no book to free black people from the web of confusion dealing with religion. For real. And I got everything I ever wanted. I'm not asking a nigga for nothing. No nigga got what I got. I got everything I wanted ever in my entire life. All of my shit I ever wanted. I got it. I got it. I promise you, I got everything that I ever wanted in my whole life. Everything.